Steelers, man. Steelers really impressed with the way, at least just glancing at this thing, Pickens is down. They're able to spread the ball around. It was slow going early, but they kind of found a way to get the passing game going. And
Scotty Miller, come on,
your guy,
Scooter,
your guy,
my guy, my buddy. He had a couple nice catches, man. I think he didn't know he was going to be up until like 2 minutes before. You know what I mean? Like getting ready that George Pickens was going to be out. So
that's life in the NFL, isn't it? Hey, Nate, when you used to find out if you were going to be up or not, depending, like, what was that like?
It was the worst because in Jacksonville, it's like game day. There's 53. I mean, there's 53 people on the roster. Game day roster is like 45 or 47, whatever it is. And so like there's float players where you don't know if you're going to be up or not.
Right.
And like the way some teams will let you know outright, but some teams don't let you know so that everyone has to be prepared.
Yes.
You have to prepare like you're going to play, which now in retrospect, like I understand it. Like guys, like if you hint to a guy, hey, you might not play.
But that's kind of treating us like children a little bit.
Well,
you know, like in other workforces.
But it's human nature.
Like if they were like, I'm not going to tell you if I'm going to need you today until like right before we go. You know,
there's also protection against an information leak too. Because if you're bringing somebody up, that means somebody's going to be down.
Yep.
And they want to keep that in house.
Yep. But it does kind of like it's a mind game.
It's a total mind game. And then it's something too, like you get yourself worked up. You think like, you know what? Like I had a good week. I feel like I'm going to play. And you get in that locker room.
Wrong.
And the dude you think that like you've been played way better than, you've been seeing him get chewed out all week. He's up and you're not. And you got to go out there and do that stupid ass workout with all the inactive guys. All the inactive guys before the game.
What was that workout like?
Oh man.
Strenuous?
It's not strenuous, but it's
just like, bro.
I
was out at the club last night.
Yeah, come on. Yeah.
No, but then you still got to go to the hotel. Do you have to go to the hotel if you're not up?
Like, yeah. Like when we're in Jacksonville, everyone, all 53 is there.
They wait till 10 o'clock p.m. and then they're like, hey, you're down tomorrow. And then they're like, we're going to be checking your bed, though, in about 45 minutes.
Check everything. And then you have to get to the stadium early enough to look at the board and check it out to see if you're up or not.
And does it depend? It depends on the team whether or not they actually let the guys on the sideline or not. They have like a box for guys.
I've never been on a team, thank God. I think that like if you're going to do that, like I would rather just stay home.
Oh, really? So I thought you were going to say I want to be on the sideline.
No, for sure. But like if
you're going to have me in this luxury suite, if you're gonna have me I'd rather be home.
Yeah, like why do I have to go through traffic and do all this if you guys are going to put me in the suite?
I agree. Give those guys a day off, or have them on the sideline. But bottom line is, when Pickens is down, you kind of wonder what they look like. He hadn't missed a game, I don't think, in his career, as physical as he plays. So. You know, Russ continuing to make good decisions, spread the ball around. We were talking on the ride in today. It's like, people thought he was dead last year. I mean,
people thought he was dead. Yeah,
and we were saying like, what could the reason be? Well, Arthur Smith could be part of it, but I think sometimes like, and I'm speculating, when you get later in your career, and the noise starts, and you feel things changing with your body, and you're just like, I am 30 or I'm 31, 32. You start changing shit depending. Like I tried a lot of shit late in my career. I'm not talking about like steroids. I would have looked a lot better. But I just mean you try different training mechanisms. You try different, nutritional deals. You change your mindset. You might like
start eating kale.
Yeah, you might start eating fucking kale. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know if Russ maybe went to Denver with a different mindset. He
just needed a change,
and
he just needed something different.
And got the change for sure. And I think Sean Payton was probably a bad fit for him. I don't think Sean Payton and him were a good marriage, like, and that's okay, because like look how good it's like we talk about with a divorce. Those two people might go be happy like elsewhere in different situations. It's the same thing with Sean Payton and Bo Nix, and it's the same thing with your guy Bo Nix. And then
one more game,
Russ
like
going
Baker,
up there and being in Pittsburgh.
Look at all these. A lot of guys get Darnold. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You get dudes in fresh spots. It's like a whole new world out there, and I feel like that's what Russ is doing in Pittsburgh a little bit. He's got a great head coach too. Like I don't know how it's possible for people to still sleep on Tomlin as much as they do, because
crazy.
he's fucking great, man. Like he's a great coach.
He is a great coach, and one of the things I thought they did a good job of yesterday from a game plan standpoint is like, let's not let Myles Garrett wreck the game. He wrecked the game in the snow like a couple weeks ago. And it was kind of like the Cardinals and the Seahawks getting ready to play Leonard Williams again. Okay, but I think that was a big deal. And then on the other side, you get Highsmith back. Hayward has a couple sacks. That dude, for an interior lineman playing this well late with gray hair in his beard, I mean, dude's an absolute legend.
Hey, you know who else had a big play? Keanu Benton, nose guard from Wisconsin, had a sweet pick.
He did.
Key play of the game.
So did Landon Roberts. Landon Roberts knocked down a big fourth down, and then you sent me a video last night because I told you all this. Landon Roberts is one of the hardest hitters I've ever been around. The guy gave me a damn concussion and walked through. Okay, binked me and walked through. Like seriously, I had to tell Matty P. I was like, hey, I think I should probably take the rest of the day. Like I'm really not trying to get out of reps this time. Like I think I have a,
my goodness.
Now he blew up a pulling guard yesterday on the TV copy. The noise, we can't play you video because the NFL is gonna send a drone and kill me or something.
Just airstrike.
It's like all of a sudden I start, I'm seeing other podcasts use video. I'm like, oh, maybe we can use video. They're like, But can you play that noise for the microphone?
Oh, yeah.
Can you play the noise that Landon Roberts?
Hey, make sure I get that. I want that to come through.
It will.
You're gonna hear it. Everybody in the whole people downstairs.
Everyone wants to go through the TV comp. It's the last play of the first quarter.
Do you hear that? Can we run that back one more time? That is the sound.
Obliterated him.
Oh,
like absolutely obliterated him.
He is so physical. And wouldn't it have been cool if you could have seen that? Wouldn't that help grow the game? We have listeners in Japan. We have people streaming in Yugoslavia. Wouldn't it grow the game if I could show them? They don't have Red Zone. They don't know what the fuck that is.
Why they worry about us? They got to go find meth streams and all of them.
Meth streams?
Yeah.
Just make it all open source, just like the NBA does. And then you can show whatever you want, and everybody becomes a bigger fan.
Crack down on Adam Schefter.
Yeah.
Dropping the meth stream stuff. Why you got to yell at us?
Yeah, don't yell at us.
Yeah.
We're just a little podcast, man.
Yeah.
Anyways. Yeah. So
you guys.
So the Steelers have and this is a funny quote from Jameis after the game. He's like, I don't think the Pittsburgh Steelers beat the Cleveland Browns. I think the Cleveland Browns beat the Cleveland Browns. and then the thing to remember here with the Steelers is they got Philly, Baltimore, and Kansas City down the stretch.